Hello everyone. Thank you for joining us. We are live. It's Thursday. It's 3 p.m. Eastern and it's 12 p.m. Pacific time, which means it's Live at Epiphan is with you right now. Today we have a very special show. As you can see, the set is a bit different. We're coming to you from the lovely California. We're coming to you from our Palo Alto office. We're giving Ottawa a break. They deserve it. And today we have a very, very special guest with us, the founder of linguatrip.com, which is a study abroad platform, triple silver YouTube creator, just a wonderful, a wonderful human being, Marina. Hi, Marina.
Hi. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, yes, thank you. Thank you so much for being here, for talking to us. So today we're going to be talking about YouTube and YouTube creators and how to be a successful YouTuber. Because Marina has 5 channels that she runs, and she has over 1 million subscribers. So she definitely knows a little bit about YouTube success. How are you, Marina?
Yeah, I'm very good, very good. Very happy to be here. Very happy to talk about YouTube because this is definitely the platform that changed my life and changed the lives of millions of people across the globe.
So maybe you can tell us a bit about that, a bit about your story and how you got started with YouTube.
Yeah, sure. So I run 5 YouTube channels, as you mentioned. 3 of them belong to me, so they're like personal channels. One is called Marina Mogilko, which is my first and last name, and this is my Russian channel. This is when I started. This is like in 2015, I realized I have to speak my heart out in a video format. So it has more than 500,000 subscribers. The next one is linguamarina, where I teach people English and American culture, has a little over 700,000 subscribers. The third one is Silicon Valley Girl, where I talk about life in Silicon Valley, building a personal brand. I just started in May. And then we have 2 more channels that belong to the company, English Bro and LinguaTrip TV.
Great. And so when you first started with YouTube, were you nervous to do it? What made you start YouTube, basically?
Yeah, I was really nervous. And there were a lot of things that were going on in my life. I was applying for admissions in American universities, and I realized that all of the resources that I've used were in English and were on English YouTube. And this is when I discovered the platform itself. And I was like, there are so many people who speak Russian and who want to do the same, study abroad. Let me just document all of the process. And once I passed GMAT, I came back home. I put my phone on the window and started recording. I didn't have a script. I didn't have a camera. I didn't have anything. I just started speaking my heart out, as I mentioned. I just wanted to talk. And I didn't tell my friends. The only people who knew about me starting a channel was my boyfriend and my parents. And yeah, I just published a video and waited for it to explode.
Did it explode?
No, it didn't explode.
So you have to do something on YouTube
well, yeah, you have to give really good content. And this is what YouTube cares about. They don't care about, well, they do care about your thumbnail and description, etc. But the metric that they care about the most is view time. So if people click on your video and continue watching it, this is when YouTube loves the fact and it starts promoting your video across the platform. And this is how you get organic viewership. So yeah, a couple of things that I've done is just posting my videos on forums.
So as you can see, guys, today we have a very, very good guest, lots of knowledge. So if you guys have any questions that you want to ask us, please feel free to write in the not in the comment section, the live chat on YouTube or Facebook, and we will be happy to answer as many of the questions as we can. So feel free to do that. Okay, so Marina, I want to talk a bit more about YouTube as a marketing tool. So I'm wondering how YouTube is helping you with your businesses. Is it just like kind of like videos as ads, or do you connect with the people? So what does YouTube give you?
It gives everything that you mentioned. So I never intended YouTube to be a marketing platform for my business. As I mentioned, I just wanted to do this separate thing where I speak my heart out. But the thing is, I love to talk about study abroad because this is what I live with. I've studied abroad several times. This was my goal from the childhood on. And I realized this is actually the product we sell on LinguaTrip. So I started talking about study abroad programs. I started listening to people like going live and seeing their questions, answering their questions. So yeah, it's a great marketing tool. And I think every business should think about creating this media platform so they can test new products, new ideas, and listen to their customers. So yes, this is a marketing platform. This is a platform where I get ideas from people on how to develop the product. So a lot of stuff, yeah.
Do you edit your own videos right now? Do you have a team of people who does that?
I have a team now, yeah, because editing, before it took me 6 hours to edit a video, and that was too much. Like when I started an English channel, and then now I have like 65 people on the team. It's impossible to edit all of the videos and manage a company, so I have a couple of editors that help me with that.
So for YouTube creators who are just starting out, what would be your advice? Maybe what will you have done differently if you had a chance to do it? What are your tips for becoming successful and getting 1 million subscribers?
So tip number 1, don't have any expectations. Like, don't expect people to watch your videos in the first year, because it's also time for you to figure out your strategy. Because some people would tell, oh, I'm going to go professional, I'm going to hire a cameraman, and I'm going to pay people to promote my videos. But it doesn't work in a lot of times because the format is wrong. So you have to try it out. Second thing, don't invest too much, because I also see people going all fancy with the cameras. I just started with the phone and edited everything on iMovie. And this was also a great experience editing videos myself, because I looked carefully at the way I talked and the words I used, and then I got tired of cropping out the parasite words that I've used, so it improved my speech a lot. Tip number 3, you have to go creative, and this is something that is changing on YouTube in the past years, because there are a lot of people who come from television, and they're so creative because they have people who write their scripts, who reach out to celebrities, and then yes, you can start with just recording yourself, but then you either have to have really great content or think about how you're going to develop that later.
That's really good advice. Marina has a lot of videos on her channel. We're definitely going to include the link in the description afterwards. She has tips on how to go, viral, tips on just creating really good YouTube videos. So be sure to check it out on her channels, Marina Mogilko, her personal channel, and the LinguaTrip channel that talks a lot about
studying
English, abroad. Yeah. So just wondering, do we have any comments as of right now? Okay, we do have people watching. No interesting questions yet, but we do have a team of people on, monitoring comments. Just so keep in mind, you can ask questions. We'll try to answer them. If you're just tuning in, this is live at Epiphan. We're coming to you from a different studio. We're coming to you from California this time, and we have Marina Mogilko, aka linguamarina, with us today. So on this show, we really like to talk about live streaming a lot, and I think you do some live streams as well.
I do them regularly. I go live every Saturday, 11 a.m., and then I also sometimes go live in the middle of the week.
And what do you use to go live?
Just a web camera and standard YouTube soft that they provide with. But yeah, so first, when I did live streams, I went live with my web camera on my MacBook that was really low quality, and people complained. Then I bought a mic, then I bought a camera, and now I'm happy to go all professional with your equipment, the Pearl Mini that you gave me.
Oh, right. Oh, that's awesome. So quality does make a difference for live streaming.
Yeah, it makes huge difference, because normally my stream would be 1 hour long, and people will be tired if it's bad video quality, bad sound quality. So I wanted to make it as professional as I can, like TV style, hopefully.
Right. Yeah, that's awesome. So we're going to have Marina try out our Pearl Mini for her videos, and it's a perfect tool for YouTube creators just like Marina, and it has all of the functions, great quality. So we'll see how it goes. It'll be really interesting to
Yeah, I'm really excited.
hear your feedback.
I just called my husband and said, oh, we need a separate room for my live streams. What do we do? Because I want to set it all up professionally.
Yeah, like a studio. Yeah, interior decorating, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you about live streams. How do you think it's different from video on demand or pre-produced video?
Because you have feedback straight away. You see people's questions, you see how they react to certain stories. You can see whether you should continue or whether you should switch the topic, because normally I would have like a major topic for the live stream, but then I can go into details like studying the USA. It's either talk about masters or MBA or like language courses. And when I have this live audience, and I normally would have like 1,500 people. No, not 15. Yeah, 1,500 people watching.
1,500 people live stream?
Yeah. Normally, like that's the average.
Wow, that's a lot of views.
Yeah. And then it's just awesome to connect with them and hear their voices in a written format.
So it's mostly language that you're talking about during these live streams.
Language, studying the USA, motivation, everything. Everything.
Oh, by the way, I was just wondering for myself, what is your main motivation for making YouTube videos for
well, first, I think you have to be the right kind of personality, because I love to talk, I love camera, I love to talk to people. That's number one. The second is feedback that I'm getting from people like, oh, Marina, you changed my life. I moved to America. I started a company. I started a YouTube channel. Or like I got into Harvard. This is like the best. When I hear that, I know that I'm making those videos on purpose.
That's awesome. So YouTubers change lives.
Yeah,
that's the moral of the story.
True. Yeah.
Speaking of interaction, I think we have a comment or a question.
Managing 5 channels is a lot of work. How do you do it? Are there any tools you can recommend?
Let me repeat that. So managing 5 channels is a lot of work. How do you do it? And do you use any tools for it?
Yeah. So 3 of those channels, I run them myself. So it's a video a week. So I produce 3 videos a week. Sometimes it's 2 videos, 1 channel. So maximum 4. The other 2 channels are managed by the team, so I appear on those channels from time to time, but we also have other bloggers who contribute. So it's like me posting once a month. But I overview the overall strategy. So yeah, having editing team in place is awesome. Sometimes I have this guy who's from LA. He comes for a week every month, and we do like 8 videos in 7 days, and then he just goes away. He's a cameraman. He's really professional, so I can create a lot of content in a couple of days, which is also really helpful. So the other days I can just concentrate on running a company.
Yeah, that's really awesome. So you have about 60 people?
In LinguaTrip, yeah, we have 65.
So are they're probably all across the world?
They're all over the place, yeah. A lot of people in Russia, people in LA, in Boston, Singapore, Europe. Yeah.
How do you connect, like WhatsApp or?
Telegram and emails, and we have like an internal system as well.
Yeah. Thank you for that question. Keep them coming. Do we have another one?
Yeah, since you create content like all at once, how often do you recommend uploading to YouTube?
Oh, that's a great question. How often do you recommend uploading to YouTube?
I think it's quality. The quality is more important than quantity. So I upload once a week, but I make sure that my videos are really good. If you can do daily videos, this is how Casey Neistat got all of his following, but he said he spent at least 20 hours a day per video. So it depends on how much time you have for YouTube, but I would say once a week is perfect. If you have more time and you're able to produce quality content, you can do 2 or 3 times. It's just important to be regular, because when new subscribers come to your channel, they look through your history and they want to know that you're regular, you're serious about YouTube, because they're spending their time as well.
Right.
You.
So see, we mention on this show all the time that either going live or posting videos regularly is really important for your YouTube strategy.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. Like I'm just perplexed by how much like people you have and how much time you spend on videos. Does YouTube alone allow you to like financially sustain yourself, or is it just kind of like a side thing?
It can, yeah. If I want to make a living on YouTube, I can definitely make it. It's just right now I don't prioritize external ads. Like brands reach out to me a lot, but I only collab with those that I'm interested in, like a car dealer who gives me cars from time to time. That's awesome. Like I need a car, or like makeup. But I use a lot of my videos to promote LinguaTrip, so I don't want to pour too much ads on my followers.
Yeah, I think I saw you driving a Tesla, or Tesla is driving you, rather.
Yeah.
Was that exciting?
That was awesome. That was an awesome experience, and this is how I met the CEO of Turo, which is one of the top companies here.
Yeah. So do you like it here in the Silicon Valley?
Yeah, it's the best place to be if you're an entrepreneur. Yeah.
I hear you also got to meet Jimmy O. Yang from the show Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
Is he a super nice guy? funny.
He's awesome. He was one of my favorite characters, and I saw him perform in San Francisco, and I just bought tickets, and then 2 days before the show, I was just scrolling through his Instagram, and I realized his book is coming out, and I decided to reach out because I had like 500,000 followers on YouTube, and I'm like, let's do a collab, and I'll promote your book, etc. He was like, yeah, let's do it. Come to my hotel that time, and we just came with the camera crew, and we filmed an interview. He's awesome.
That's really cool.
Fun. Yeah.
Again, Marina has a lot of videos on her channel. Check them out. She has her personal, again, just a reminder, she has her personal channel with videos like interviewing Jimmy O. Yang.
Yeah.
And she also has a channel about studying abroad. Definitely check it out. We're going to include links. Keep asking questions. We're always happy to answer them. So Marina, what are your plans for the future in terms of doing YouTube videos? And also like another part of the question, do you feel like YouTube is changing, like evolving? Do you have to change with it?
So regarding the plans, yes, definitely I want to double down on content creation because I feel that's the future for any business in the world. Like if I want to start other companies, if I want to grow my company, we have to have a strong media presence. So a lot of my day-to-day work is now concentrated on reaching out to YouTubers, collabing, creating content. In terms of YouTube, the platform itself, whether it's changing, yes, it definitely is, because as I mentioned, a lot of people started coming to YouTube, and you have to be creative. You cannot just start with, basic content, just talking head all the time. You have to go creative, you have to collab, and you have to really put effort. But if you're successful, you can make a lot of money. Like one of my friends makes $50,000 on just the viewership, $50,000 a month. Another guy who I just met makes $500,000 a month on ads.
So YouTube is a huge part of a marketing strategy.
Yes.
I think you spoke at YouTube not too long ago.
Yeah,
you
YouTube
got
headquarters in San Bruno.
How was that? Tell me about that.
That was great. I love that YouTube is so proactive in connecting with creators because there are so many problems that I used to have before that were connected with like errors on the website, and I didn't know who to reach out to. And now I have a dedicated manager, and I just ask her to fix things, and she helps really quickly. So that is awesome. And yes, just being in the office, I talked with 500 employees. It was like a stage. I was talking about my experience on YouTube. It's really great that I can tell them what are my problems, like, and how can I think they can improve creators' life. So it's great that YouTube is actually doing this connection. Because before that, I couldn't reach out to them.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. It was tough. They have like a support team, but it took ages.
Did you learn something new about YouTube?
No, not really. It's just more about connecting with people. They also advise me about algorithm. Like I had a lot of questions, like whether, for example, if you have monetization enabled on your channel, does it help with algorithm? Like would algorithm promote you more? The answer is no. Doesn't matter. Okay.
Did they talk about live video at all?
They told me to go live regularly. That's what they told me.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's
so there you go. Go live regularly. Again, if you want to go live quickly, we have great devices for that. Just, product placement has to happen. So we have things like the Webcaster, where you can go live on YouTube or Facebook really quickly with a great camera, great quality. As you mentioned, not a web camera.
Yeah.
Good quality, so you can have people watching and engagement. I think we have another comment. How do you pick your video titles, and do you try to avoid clickbait titles?
Well, that's a tough question because sometimes I find myself sitting and working on one title for like 2 hours in combination with a thumbnail. This is something I cannot delegate. I feel that I have to do it myself because there's this thing that you feel about YouTube, like how do you call your video? Like one of the videos, I call it running a 65 or 55 employees company back then at the age of 28. It popped, like it has more than 600,000 views. And that's because of the title and because of the thumbnail. Yeah, because content, I had pretty much the same content for my Russian YouTube, but I named it in a different way and it didn't perform. So it's a lot about thumbnail and the title. There should be a little clickbait, but it shouldn't be like clickbait, because the next time you post something, people would not click because they know you're using clickbait all the time. But something like a teaser, is really important.
So do you create your content first and then you think of a title?
Yeah.
Or the other way around?
This is normally how it happens. I know what I want to film about, but then things happen during the filming and I come up with the title.
That was a really good question. Thank you for that.
Yeah,
we have
awesome
another one.
How do you come up with content and find out what you want to stream about?
How do you come up with content and how do you come up with ideas for your videos?
Listening to customers, to my followers, listening to them, reading their questions, reading their DMs on Instagram. That's what I do all the time as well. And then looking at other YouTubers as well and seeing what's performing better and how I can apply that to my life. How can I kind of copy that? So yeah, a lot of ideas are coming into my mind every single day.
Creative stealing, that's called.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
And for streams, for live streams, how do you decide what you're going to talk about?
Again, reading questions, and if I have a lot of questions, like this Saturday, I'm doing a stream on long-term study abroad programs because I've released a video about 9 ways you can study abroad, and all of the questions were about long-term programs, and like I have to answer them in one big stream.
Okay, cool. Any more questions?
What prompted you to open the channel linguamarina? Have you got a passion for teaching?
So yeah, we kind of covered this already, but we can go over it a bit again. Do you have a passion for teaching, and what prompted you to open the channel LinguaTrip?
LinguaMarina.
LinguaMarina,
yeah,
sorry.
it was my second channel. So the first channel was in Russian, and LinguaMarina I started a year after I started the Russian channel, and it was in English. And I thought there was so much useful content that I shared in Russian, and I realized there are people across the globe who want to study in the States, past GMAT, past TOEFL. And I just created the same kind of content, but in English. And then I realized people love the way I talk about things, because I don't go too deep into like, details. I like to talk about hacks and how to make lives easier, like how to copy American accent, how to listen to what's happening during the exams so you can improve your scores, like all of that. I like hacks.
Well, your English is amazing.
Thank you.
How did you pick up the American accent?
I have a playlist on that.
Yeah,
but yeah, I think it's very important to listen to yourself, because when you're recording a video, like my accent was so different 2 years ago when I started an English channel, but then I just listened to myself, compared my speech to other YouTubers, and I'm like, this is a little different.
Well, we do have some international viewers. For those of you who are afraid to start a YouTube channel for some reason, or you feel conscious about yourself, don't, right?
Yeah,
what would be the advice?
I always tell them to start a YouTube channel in English. You don't have to share it with anyone. I haven't shared anything. I just posted on YouTube, and that was it. Because who knows, maybe your videos go viral and then you make thousands of dollars on it and also become a celebrity, because you never know unless you start. So just start, and this is great practice anyway.
Yeah, great promotion. Use that, use all the tools of YouTube for video on demand or for live streaming. I think we're gonna slowly start wrapping it up. Do we have any last questions or comments? Okay, well, I think that's our show for today. Marina, thank you so much for joining us. It was a pleasure.
Pleasure to meet you. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Thank you to all our viewers for watching. This was live at Epiphan from California, from the Palo Alto office. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.